Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Raj. Today I'll be giving you my first impression on Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. You guys should buy it or not. And I do have some issues with it already in first couple of days. The first thing is, you know that we don't have this our loved bezel anymore, the hardware bezel. We have this touch kind of bezel here. You can touch it and it does the same thing, but you are already touching the screen anyways, so if you're wearing gloves or something, it's not gonna work as efficiently as it would work on this hardware, because you just rotate this bezel and it works fine. I don't know really why Samsung decided to kill this feature, but I think that was something which hooked me up with this watch, and if some other manufacturer comes with it, I might get that one actually. Yeah, that's something, is a bummer, but anyways, I'm using it already. So let's see the other couple of things. I noticed that on some of the websites, let's say GSM Arena, the dimensions of this watch is different than what the Samsung claim. Now this watch is 45.4 around, which is correct. It's 45.3, 45.4, that's fine, but they're not including the buttons. With buttons, it's a little bit more, 46.7, but that is not a killer for me. Now the other thing is the screen size is 1.4 inches, which comes out to about 37, 38 millimeter, which is fine also. The thickness is something bugging me, because what Samsung is saying that is 10.5 millimeter thick only. So if you measure it completely, it coming out to 14.3, which is much more bigger actually than what Samsung is claiming. 14.8, depending. Sometime if you're all the way here, I don't want to mess up the sensor, so it's about 15, which is 1.5 times more what Samsung is claiming. So what they're doing is, I guess, is they're taking the dimension of this part only. This is what I could find. So they're taking dimension of from here, this end, to this end only, which is not good. I mean, why they would do that? They should be just taking the dimensions of the whole watch, not just this part. So whole watch is much more thicker, and the weight also, they're claiming 846.5 grams, which is not a big deal, but without the straps. And depending on if you're using metal straps, the weight becomes much more heavier. That's something you need to keep in mind if you keep trying to use it all the time on your wrist. You want to carry it all the way, whole day. So that is something not good about this watch. Now this year they're having Google OS. If you compare with my last Galaxy Watch S3, I did not go for S4 because it was not much difference. So they have their Google Watch. They have so many faces, different functions, endless watch faces. You can go, they have apps, they have so many things. If you're looking for apps, they have so many apps you can think of. Some of them are paid, voice recorder, weather, things like that. And yeah, so when it comes to software, it is good, but hardware is questionable. And one thing I'm not getting it, why it is doing it. This is strapped right here. When I put it on my wrist and I tight it, let's say I'm going to put it on my wrist and I tighten a little bit, it just shifts down like this, right here, and it stays like that, and keep putting pressure right here on my wrist. It's supposed to stay like this no matter how tight I do it, but it's not. So let's say with my S3, you see how smooth this is. So if I use it, if I tighten it really, it just stays like that. It doesn't bend it, and it doesn't put any kind of pressure on the side. The only pressure it puts on the top, I want to use it towards my hand, and all the readings it's gonna take, it will be accurate. But with this one, what it's doing is it shifts like that and push this away from my skin and creates a little bit gap there, and I can't take the readings, all the blood pressure readings, ECG, things like that. I can't take it nicely unless I hold it downward and put pressure on from the top, instead of this doing it for me. As you can see, as soon as I tight it, it does this. You can see it's so tight that it's not even gonna come out. I didn't even put a strap on it yet. I didn't even lock it yet. It just doesn't want to even come out, So that is something I don't like. That I might be changing the strap. It might solve the problem, but since this strap comes from the Samsung and it is pretty expensive. It's a leather hybrid. But yeah, I would not recommend this strap. If you're looking to buy this strap, don't buy this one. Just buy the regular one, the silicone one. That works fine. Yeah, so that is the things I didn't like. That what I like about this is the screen is much more brighter. They do have this time body composition and ECG, of course, blood pressure monitoring, sleep mode, water intake. I guess you have to, you know, do it yourself whenever you take water, and it counts for you. But I don't know why it does that. It should be something automatic also, based on when you're drinking the water, and it can measure your body mass, you know. So it should be able to tell. The route is pretty good. So, but you have to add a GPX file from your phone to get started. So that it need file from your phone in order to work. So it's not going to be that easy to work, you know. And that's the thing. Other than that, you know, so far it's okay, you know. But would I recommend this watch? I'm not really sure actually. It really depends what you're looking for. There are plenty of watches now. There used to be only a few watches in the market, and the Samsung was able to take advantage of that. But now there's so many watches, and I was looking around on Garmin's, you know. They're having nice watches if you're looking for sports watches, and if you're looking for some other watches, let's say Pebble, you know, they're pretty good, things like that. So there are some watches which you can look, but if you're a Samsung fan, you just really like the Samsung ecosystem, yes, yeah, then you can keep this watch. The rotating bezel, they took it away. The false dimension they're giving, and they should disclaimer somewhere that okay, the dimension we're taking is from here to here. But no, what about this part? It's bum, you know, it's like 50% more. You know, if it would 1 or 2 millimeter, I would think that's okay, but it's like 5 more millimeter you're adding it, you know. In fact, this watch, my S3, is 13.8, 13.7 all the way, including this bump. I would not recommend this watch unless you really love Samsung. That's what my final verdict is as an owner, as someone who spends money on the watch itself. You know, there's plenty of videos online. Most of the sponsors, you know, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but maybe there are a few of them where they say good things more about than the bad things. So anyways guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Till then, take care. Bye bye.